And welcome to That's Chatty with me, Professor Ticklicoff.
And me, Barry. Yay!
And so follow us online. It's Chatty Bang Bang and Chicken Chat Masala. And we're also on the Book of Faces. Many faces, many books.
To be honest, dear viewers, we don't really know what we're on because our lovely host, Gem Hepworth, is somewhere in the cupboard. I don't know. Who knows?
She's so lovely.
She's so pretty, isn't she? We love Gemma.
Yes, so where is Gemma?
I don't know. Is she with you?
Is she with you, viewers? With viewers?
Is she with me?
No. Is she over there?
I love it. These are like my actual fans in real life.
I do like your glasses, Gemma.
Thank you, darling. I love yours too.
They're quite horny
I'm gonna
rimmed.
shuffle in.
They're lovely.
Like a cigarette.
You look lovely.
Yes, we're really
Gemma.
close to you
Your
now,
hair.
Gemma. Oh, thank you very
Look
much.
at
Like your
this,
hair too.
you're all
And you're
dressed
wearing
up.
camouflage.
Yes,
Have you been
camouflage.
fighting in a garden?
I love it. Look at you guys. Okay, we're going to get up and actually chat to these people
Rightio.
now,
Oh,
these
excuse
real
me.
life people.
We're
They're
here.
lovely. Will
us
and
up.
Ben. Hey. Oh, look at these.
Come on, winch me up, Sally, winch me up.
Guys.
Hello, Gemma.
Welcome.
Hello, good
That
to
was
see
brilliant.
you.
I love these friends of yours. So, Will and Ben
Hi.
from The Big Tiny.
Yes.
Yes.
Brilliant.
It's big. Is it big? Is it tiny?
Oh,
Who
knows?
can say?
I can't believe this. How exciting is this? So who are these who you've just been using?
So
Who are
we've
these
got
guys?
Barry, who we made for a theatre show called The Big C, which is about a lady who gets cancer. So, you know, heavy issues with puppets, which is important.
And this is Professor Ticklicoff, who has been going around the country and reviewing people's hometowns. So we've been to Hastings, where we searched for Amber Rudd, MP. Amazing footage.
we find her.
We do find her.
no way.
Yes,
If
but
you have a look at
she's-
the YouTube.
Yeah. But we found quite a lot of Amber Rudd impersonators. Some of them very large men, very big beards. But it's quite a craze down
It's
there.
amazing what they do in Hastings.
And then recently we've been to Blackpool. We went to
Blackpool
Blackpool
last
week. That's
Love
been up
Blackpool.
there.
Isn't it
Best
great?
beach
Kiss me quick.
destination
Kiss
in
me
the
quick.
Northwest.
Yeah, brilliant.
And everyone was very keen to have the professor come in
bet
and review
they
their
loved
things.
it.
We went to the Horror Crypt in Blackpool.
Yeah.
So that was great fun.
Yes, and the number one rock shop.
The
went
number one
there,
rock
and
shop.
the
Get your
toy
rocks
museum.
off. Yeah, brilliant.
He's been around them all.
Yeah.
So guys, tell me a bit about The Big Tiny and how it all began, because Will, I'm obviously a fan of your work. You work at the
Thank
Crystal
you.
Maze, you're great with comedy, you're an actor, you make the puppets as well.
Yes.
It's all go. So tell us a bit how it all came around, The Big Tiny.
Well, I started my kind of acting career, I suppose, as a Punch and Judy man. That was my background. So I did lots of travelling around. I still do the Punch and Judy work now, and we were brought together through our love of puppetry.
Yeah.
Ben, well,
I write plays and musicals,
Right.
and I'd been commissioned to write a play about the banking collapse, which we told through puppetry. We did it up at the Edinburgh Festival, and we did it in London, and we got a lot of success with it. And from there, we ended up building quite a lot of puppets for different shows. It turns out that there's not a lot of people making puppets, especially big puppets.
in the Northwest particularly.
Right.
Because everything's down in London, really.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. And what I love about you guys is obviously, you know, it doesn't matter where you are in the country. You can do YouTube channels, you can blog, vlog, you can tweet, Instagram, Facebook. But you guys are based here in the Northwest. And, you know, I've never seen anything like this that's local. Whenever you go down London, see a West End musical, you know, Avenue Q,
Yes.
you know, but this is fantastic that we've got something like this in Manchester.
Yeah, and people are really supportive. I think people up north have funny bones. I'm a southerner. I'm from Hastings. So yeah, but up north, people love the puppets. They love
Yeah.
interactive, and people are amazing improvisers.
Yeah.
You think that improvisation is just for an actor, but
Yeah.
the people that we've met are they could be actors. They could be improvisers.
Yeah, naturally funny, like you say, funny bones, especially Scousers. They're great,
Yes.
aren't they? I know it's so general, I think. The Scousers are funny, but yeah, no, I agree. Us Northerners are very funny. But guys, you know, What's happening now, like in terms of, is it the online presence? You're going to kind of do more of the YouTube channel?
Well, certainly that's what we made so many puppets for other productions and other people up and down the country, and we thought we should be making our own puppets and putting our own stuff out there, and rather than waiting for theatres to get in contact, we thought, we'll buy a camera, we'll get some lights, and we'll make our own YouTube channel. And that has been great, really great.
How's it gone down with the views and people reacting?
It's a mixed bag, to be honest. We are doing some film funnies and things like that, so we're editing together clips. Game of Thrones is a thing that we've been doing.
Camp Game of Thrones. Camp Game of Thrones. Camp Game of Thrones. Camp Game of Thrones.
So we're kind of testing the waters out, because the puppets is one element, and it's a big element for us, obviously. But some of the videos we've got loads of views on, and others less.
Well, we started off, and we were really finding our feet. Okay, let's get a few hundred views, and then recently we're getting quite a few thousand views. Oh, this is great! We're going places, so it's nice to feel like you're on the up.
Yeah. We did a video. It's called Silent Wonka. It's the Willy Wonka, the classic Gene Wilder film, but we took all of his pieces that he's in, that he doesn't say anything, which is quite a lot actually, and we edited out the soundtrack and just put in sound effects, which is about a 3-minute vignette.
All the bits of Willy Wonka where he doesn't speak. And God, we went to bed and 200 views. Like, oh, that's good. All our friends watched it. Woke up in the morning, 6,000 views, and you're trying to keep track of all these things.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's the power of social media, isn't it? And I mean, what amazes me is something you could pop out on a TV programme or in a theatre that fills, 300 capacity. You're going to get more views online.
Certainly something that we've talked about.
It's crazy.
For both of us, for our careers on the stage, in live theatre, we're getting a much broader audience, like you say. Just overnight we're getting a broader audience.
We toured a show for the last 2 years. We've toured a show with adult themes. Up and down the country. And in that time, I bet only 10,000 people have seen it. So overnight, we could get the same order of people seeing it.
Well, this is it, and it's wonderful. And I know the viewers out there, you'll realise that Instagram is becoming much more popular, Twitter, Facebook, and of course YouTube. I mean, I'm not as active on YouTube as I like to be, but I'm a bit obsessed with Instagram. I must say, I love putting my online content on the videos, and like you say, you can't believe the views, because if you say, for instance, Will, I don't know, you put a selfie of you heading to the Crystal Maze with a puppet, you could hashtag the Crystal Maze, hashtag the Big Tiny, and all of a sudden you've got this audience, not necessarily your usual audience, and you just never know,
It's all about the hashtags, all about the trending. That's the thing that we found with the Professor. The Professor took on a format there are some YouTubers out there that do reviews, and they tend to be quite formulaic and quite simple, and we thought we could do something like that, but with a much bigger twist on it, and much funnier, and have a better format for it, which is where the Professor was born. He was born in our little home studio, and then we took him out for the travelogues, which is what we're doing at the moment.
And we've been trying to respond to what our audience are saying. The puppets that we're building have been off the comments. People on YouTube are great because you get immediate feedback, and you can start working that straight away. You do a theatre play, and people go home immediately after the play, but on YouTube they'll tell you, we ran a little competition, and we're now building Gordon Ramsay, who's going to go around reviewing the toilets of Salford. Why not?
Ramsay's toilet nightmares.
Ramsay's toilet nightmares. That's what people want to see, So
that's great.
I think it's quite a powerful social medium, because you give the power back to the people.
Yes.
I think to a greater extent with theatre and art, people are told what they should like because they read the reviews in the Guardian or the Times or whatever their poison is.
Poison.
And they're kind of, you're expected to like this piece because it's Shakespeare and it's on at the Globe or whatever. But with this, the reaction is huge.
So obviously things like the Fringe, you guys, like you mentioned Edinburgh, and the Greater Manchester Fringe has just finished this month, but that had 154 shows this year. So, we're growing. And I think something like this would really go down well at the Fringe. And what I love about that is you've got locals, you've got people coming into Manchester, that's growing, you're getting more of an audience, that's online as well. And I think the more outlets, you guys can be across, this is what I mean. It just blows my mind how big it is on the online presence. So your YouTube is The Big Tiny. UK, is it?
It's no, just The Big Tiny.
The Big Tiny.
YouTube.com/TheBigTiny.
The Big Tiny.
Slash.
So do you kind of put something out weekly or fortnightly, monthly?
Well, definitely weekly, sometimes 2 or 3
Brilliant.
times a week.
Yeah.
We're putting things out, and it depends, how much time we can afford to devote to it each week.
Yeah, it's addictive as well.
Yeah. We were kind of knocked back by how long it takes to edit something.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah.
Like just being performers or writers ourselves, we had no idea. Like people say about editing taking a long time.
Yeah.
But we could spend, I don't know, how long do we spend?
We were doing the soap opera. We've been putting out a soap opera of Barry from Bury, who falls in love with lovely Linda from Warrington. On Puppet Love,
Local puppets,
local puppets,
people.
local puppets for local people.
Local puppets for local people.
We'd go out and we'd film that, and maybe filming it would take 3 days by the time that you've gone to the different locations, you've done the different shots, and then you sit down and you've got all of this footage. You might have 2 hours of footage you're trying to make into 3.5 minutes.
Cut it down, believe
Oh,
you need
it's
an editor
so
as well
tough.
now.
Yeah, we need a team of 20
you need
people.
a team. This is it,
Yeah.
Big Tiny team.
Yeah,
Come
if
and
you're out
join
there.
us. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry we've run out of time, but we need to say Twitter and YouTube, Facebook, The Big Tiny UK, Will and Ben, you've been great, and of course your friends. Thank you so much. Can we
Thank
give
you.
everyone a goodbye?
Yes, of course we can.
Yes.
Hang on, let's get low. Get low.
Get low, get low.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Hello. Unusual. Right.
See you later. Goodbye.